You love seafood, right? But what if the very dish you cherish is silently shortening your golden years? Your heart, your joints, even your memory could be at risk, and you may never have noticed. Are you over 60 and still choosing the wrong fish on the menu? Stay with me for the next 15 minutes and I'll reveal the 4 sea creatures you must ban and the 4 marine power foods that will protect you, backed by science and easy to add to any senior's diet. I'm Dr. Laura Martinez, nutritionist with 20 years of research on aging and diet. Why does seafood matter for seniors? Omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, and minerals are essential for fighting chronic inflammation, maintaining muscle mass, and supporting cognitive health after 60. The problem is that not every fish is a friend. Some hide dangerous toxins, excess sodium, or hidden purines that can trigger heart issues, joint pain, or sudden spikes in blood pressure. In this video, we'll walk through 2 clear lists, the 4 seafoods you should never touch and the 4 you must eat, each explained in plain language with a simple action you can start today. First, let's uncover the hidden threats. The first offender is king clam, a popular delicacy on many holiday tables. While its texture is prized, king clam accumulates high levels of mercury and cadmium, heavy metals that the aging kidney struggles to filter. Over time, this can impair renal function and increase hypertension risk. The practical tip: replace it with steamed mussels, which offer the same briny flavor but contain only trace amounts of heavy metals. Second, beware of smoked salmon. The smoky process adds a delightful aroma, yet it also loads the fish with sodium, often upwards of 4,000 milligrams per serving. Seniors whose blood pressure regulation is already delicate can experience dangerous spikes after a single plate. Swap the smoked version for fresh, wild-caught salmon grilled with a squeeze of lemon. You keep the omega-3 boost while cutting sodium dramatically. Third on the danger list is shrimp, especially the farm-raised variety. Many farms use antibiotic-laden feed to promote rapid growth, and residues can linger in the meat. In older adults, those residues may disrupt gut microbiota, leading to chronic low-grade inflammation. Opt for wild-caught shrimp, or better yet, substitute with garden-grown edamame for a plant-based protein that supports a balanced microbiome. Fourth, the unsuspecting culprit is canned tuna, a staple in quick salads. While convenient, certain brands contain elevated levels of histamine, a compound that can trigger allergic-type reactions and exacerbate joint inflammation. The safe alternative: choose canned sardines, which not only have lower histamine risk but also pack calcium within their bones, reinforcing bone density that often wanes after 60. These 4 marine choices may look innocent on the plate, but they hide risks that can accelerate the aging process. Have you ever thought a simple seafood dish could be undermining your health? Let me know in the comments what you've experienced, and if any of these surprised you, give this video a like. It helps others discover these hidden dangers. Now that we've identified the hazards, let's turn the tide with the foods that truly nourish an aging body. The first champion is wild-caught Alaskan salmon. Its omega-3 profile is unmatched, delivering eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid that reduce inflammatory markers and support neuronal membrane integrity. A practical step: serve a 3-ounce portion twice a week, baked with herbs to keep your heart rhythm steady and memory sharp. Second, the ocean's humble powerhouse seaweed, particularly kombu and wakame. Rich in iodine, these kelp varieties support thyroid function, which regulates metabolism and energy levels, crucial for seniors who often feel sluggish. Sprinkle a tablespoon of dried seaweed into soups or salads, and you'll boost iodine intake without extra calories. Third, the often overlooked shellfish oysters. They are nature's zinc reservoir, a mineral essential for immune competence and wound healing. Adequate zinc also modulates the sense of taste, helping maintain appetite as we age. Enjoy a dozen raw oysters on a special occasion, or lightly steamed ones with a dash of vinegar for a safer preparation. Fourth, the golden fish of the Pacific, yellowtail amberjack. It contains high concentrations of selenium, an antioxidant that protects cells from oxidative stress, a key factor in age-related degeneration. Incorporate a grilled filet into your dinner rotation, and you'll give your body a daily dose of cellular defense. Each of these four foods not only supplies nutrients that counteract the damage caused by the dangerous seafood we just discussed, but they also fit easily into everyday meals. What's the easiest way to start? Pick one of the champion foods and add it to your menu this week. You'll notice the difference in energy, joint comfort, and mental clarity. If this is opening your eyes to the hidden side of seafood, hit that subscribe button and let's keep exploring together. The next part will dive deeper into how to combine these power foods into a balanced weekly plan, and we'll share a simple recipe that brings all four together in one delicious bowl. Stay tuned, and remember, the ocean can be a source of longevity if you choose wisely. When you think about building a weekly menu that leans on the ocean's best offerings, the first question that often pops up is, how do I keep it simple without sacrificing nutrition? The answer lies in three guiding principles: variety, preparation method, and timing. By weaving these together, you'll create a rhythm that supports heart health, joint comfort, and mental clarity, all without feeling overwhelmed by the kitchen. First, let's talk variety. The four champion foods we highlighted, salmon, seaweed, oysters, and yellowtail amberjack, each bring a distinct cluster of nutrients. Salmon supplies a steady stream of omega-3 fatty acids, which calm systemic inflammation and nurture the brain's synaptic membranes. Seaweed, especially kombu and wakame, delivers iodine and a spectrum of trace minerals that keep the thyroid humming, which in turn stabilizes energy levels throughout the day. Oysters are a concentrated source of zinc, a mineral that underpins immune resilience and helps preserve the sense of taste, a small but vital factor in maintaining appetite as we age. Yellowtail amberjack offers selenium, a potent antioxidant that shields cells from oxidative stress, the hidden driver behind many age-related declines. To make the most of each, aim for at least one serving of a different champion food on 3 separate days of the week. For example, you might schedule salmon on Monday, seaweed on Wednesday, and yellowtail amberjack on Friday, while sprinkling oysters into a weekend celebration or a special dinner. This pattern not only ensures you receive a broad spectrum of nutrients, but also prevents palate fatigue, keeping meals exciting and satisfying. The second principle, preparation method, focuses on preserving the delicate nutrients while minimizing any hidden hazards. Baking, steaming, and grilling are your best allies. When you bake salmon, wrap it in parchment with a drizzle of olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, and a handful of fresh herbs such as dill or thyme. This gentle heat locks in omega-3 fats and prevents the formation of harmful advanced glycation end products that can arise from high temperature frying. Steaming seaweed retains its natural minerals and prevents the loss of iodine that can occur when it's boiled for too long. For oysters, a quick flash steam for just a few minutes preserves zinc while reducing the risk of bacterial contamination. If you prefer raw, ensure they come from a reputable source and are consumed within a day of purchase, keeping them on ice until you're ready to serve. Grilling yellowtail amberjack over medium heat with a light brush of sesame oil and a sprinkle of sea salt creates a flavorful crust while safeguarding selenium and the protein structure. Timing is the third pillar. Our bodies process nutrients differently depending on when we consume them. Consuming omega-3 rich fish in the early evening, for instance, aligns with the natural dip in inflammation that occurs overnight, allowing those fatty acids to work their reparative magic while you sleep. Pairing seaweed with a modest breakfast, perhaps a miso soup with a spoonful of dried wakame, kick-starts thyroid activity and sets a steady metabolic tone for the day. Oysters, given their high zinc content, are best enjoyed after a light workout or a midday walk because physical activity temporarily increases zinc turnover, helping the mineral to be more readily absorbed. Yellowtail amberjack, with its selenium boost, can be a satisfying dinner protein that supports cellular repair during the night's restorative phases. Now that you have a framework, let's walk through a sample 7-day plan that integrates these ideas without demanding a culinary degree. On day 1, start with a warm bowl of miso soup sprinkled with wakame, followed by a mid-morning snack of a handful of almonds. For lunch, prepare a mixed green salad topped with a few slices of grilled salmon and a vinaigrette made from olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and a pinch of sea salt. In the evening, enjoy a side of roasted sweet potatoes and a cup of green tea, which adds catechins that further combat inflammation. Day 2 can be a lighter day, focusing on plant-based proteins while still incorporating seaweed. Begin with oatmeal cooked in oat milk, stirred with a teaspoon of chia seeds, and finish with a sprinkling of dried kombu for an unexpected umami note. Lunch might be a quinoa bowl with roasted vegetables, a drizzle of tahini, and a side of steamed seaweed rolls. Dinner could be a simple vegetable stir-fry using broccoli, bell peppers, and carrots seasoned with ginger and a splash of low-sodium soy sauce. On day 3, make oysters the star. After a brief flash steam, serve them on a bed of crushed ice with a side of lemon wedges and a light drizzle of malt vinegar. Pair this with a fresh cucumber and tomato salad dressed with a touch of olive oil and fresh basil. Keep the rest of the day balanced with whole grain toast, avocado, and a cup of herbal tea. The key here is to enjoy oysters in moderation, no more than a dozen per serving to reap the zinc benefits without overloading the digestive system. Day 4 returns to salmon, but this time you'll explore a different preparation: a salmon patty made from ground salmon, an egg, a tablespoon of whole grain breadcrumbs, and finely chopped parsley. Pan sear the patty in a non-stick skillet with a dash of avocado oil, then serve it atop a bed of sautéed spinach and mushrooms. Finish with a side of quinoa pilaf enriched with a handful of toasted pumpkin seeds for added magnesium. Day 5 introduces yellowtail amberjack. Marinate the fillet for 15 minutes in a mixture of soy sauce, ginger, and a splash of lime juice. Grill it until the flesh flakes easily, then serve with a side of brown rice and a simple cucumber salad dressed with rice vinegar and a pinch of sesame seeds. This meal provides a potent combination of selenium, protein, and complex carbohydrates, perfect for supporting overnight cellular repair. Day 6 can be a clean seas day, focusing on broth-based dishes that are gentle on the digestive tract. Begin with a clear fish stock made from leftover bones of salmon and yellowtail, simmered with onions, carrots, celery, and a few strands of kombu for extra mineral depth. Add in diced carrots and leeks and finish with a handful of fresh parsley. This nourishing broth can be sipped throughout the afternoon, delivering minerals and amino acids in an easily digestible format. Day 7, the final day of the week, is your opportunity to combine all 4 champion foods into a single celebratory bowl. Start with a base of mixed greens, add a scoop of cooked quinoa, then layer on grilled salmon, a few steamed strips of yellowtail amberjack, a handful of raw oysters if you're comfortable with raw, and a generous sprinkle of dried wakame. Drizzle with a citrus-infused olive oil dressing and garnish with toasted sesame seeds. This bowl not only showcases the diversity of marine nutrition, but also reinforces the habit of balanced, nutrient-dense eating. Beyond the weekly menu, there are a few practical tips that can make your seafood journey smoother and safer. First, always purchase fish and shellfish from reputable sources that adhere to strict handling standards. Look for labels indicating wild caught or sustainably farmed, and ask the fishmonger about the catch date. Freshness is paramount. The eyes of whole fish should be clear, the flesh firm to the touch, and the scent should be briny rather than fishy. When you bring home seafood, store it on a plate covered with a damp cloth and keep it in the coldest part of the refrigerator, ideally consuming it within 2 days. For longer storage, wrap portions tightly in plastic wrap and freeze them on a flat tray. This prevents freezer burn and preserves the delicate omega-3 fats. Second, be mindful of portion sizes. While the ocean offers a bounty of healthful options, overconsumption, especially of species high in mercury, can negate the benefits. For seniors, a 3-ounce serving of fatty fish, 2 to 3 ounces of lean white fish, and a handful of shellfish per week strike a healthy balance. If you're uncertain about mercury levels, prioritize smaller species such as sardines, herring, and anchovies, which tend to accumulate less of the heavy metal due to their shorter lifespans. Third, consider pairing seafood with foods that enhance nutrient absorption. Vitamin D found in fortified dairy or sunlight exposure works synergistically with calcium from leafy greens to support bone health, a crucial concern after 60. Likewise, the presence of healthy fats, such as those from avocado or olive oil, improves the uptake of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin E and vitamin K, both of which play roles in cardiovascular and bone integrity. By thoughtfully combining these elements, you amplify the therapeutic impact of each meal. Fourth, stay attentive to any personal sensitivities. Some seniors experience heightened histamine reactions to certain fish, leading to flushing, itching, or digestive discomfort. If you notice these symptoms after eating a specific type of seafood, try cooking it using a different method or reducing the portion size. In some cases, a brief period of elimination followed by gradual reintroduction can help you pinpoint the trigger. Now let's shift focus to the final piece of the puzzle, a single delicious recipe that brings together all 4 champion foods in a harmonious, easy to prepare dish. We'll call it the Ocean Vitality Bowl. Begin by cooking 1 cup of quinoa according to package directions, using low sodium vegetable broth instead of water for added flavor. While the quinoa simmers, heat a non-stick skillet over medium heat and add a tablespoon of avocado oil. Place a 3-ounce fillet of salmon in the pan, skin side down, and cook for about 5 minutes, then flip and cook another 4 minutes until the flesh is opaque. Remove the salmon and set aside. In the same skillet, add a handful of fresh oysters, sear them quickly, just enough to turn the edges opaque, about 1 minute per side, then transfer to a small bowl. Next, take a sheet of nori, cut it into thin strips, and lightly toast the strips in a dry pan for 30 seconds to awaken the aroma. In a separate bowl, whisk together 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a squeeze of lime juice, a teaspoon of grated ginger, and a pinch of sea salt to create a bright dressing. Assemble the bowl by placing a generous mound of quinoa as the base, then arrange sliced salmon, the seared oysters, a tablespoon of toasted nori strips, and a tablespoon of rehydrated wakame on top. Drizzle the ginger lime dressing over everything and finish with a sprinkle of toasted sesame seeds and a few thin slices of avocado for creamy texture. This Ocean Vitality Bowl delivers omega-3 fatty acids, iodine, zinc, selenium, and a host of supporting vitamins and minerals, all in one colorful, satisfying serving. It's also flexible. You can swap the salmon for yellowtail amberjack or replace quinoa with brown rice or farro, depending on your pantry staples. The key takeaway is that by combining these power foods, you create a synergistic effect that transcends the sum of its parts, reinforcing cardiovascular health, joint function, and cognitive resilience. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've just taken. We started by exposing the hidden dangers lurking in certain seafood choices, those that can silently elevate blood pressure, aggravate joint inflammation, or even accelerate cognitive decline. We then shifted focus to the ocean's most beneficial gifts, breaking down how each one supports vital systems in the aging body. Finally, we mapped out a practical week-long strategy and a signature recipe that makes it effortless to turn knowledge into action. If any of this resonated with you, I encourage you to pause and consider one immediate change you can make. Perhaps it's swapping out a fried fish entree for a baked salmon fillet tonight, or adding a spoonful of dried kombu to your morning miso soup. Small adjustments compound over time, creating a ripple effect that can enhance quality of life well beyond the next decade. I'd love to hear about the changes you plan to implement. Drop a comment below describing the first step you'll take, or share a favorite seafood memory that inspires you to eat more mindfully. Your experiences not only reinforce your own commitment, but also inspire the community of viewers who are navigating similar health journeys. If you found this information valuable, consider giving the video a thumbs up. It signals to the platform that this kind of content matters to you. And if you're new here, subscribing will ensure you never miss future deep dives into nutrition, exercise, and lifestyle tweaks that support healthy aging. There's a wealth of evidence-backed tips waiting in upcoming episodes, from brain-boosting herbs to joint-friendly movement routines, all curated with the same level of care and scientific rigor you've come to expect. Remember, the ocean is a vast reservoir of both risk and reward. By choosing the right species, preparing them thoughtfully, and integrating them into a balanced plan, you empower your body to thrive in the golden years. The next time you stand before the seafood counter, you'll do so with confidence, armed with the knowledge to protect your heart, strengthen your joints, and sharpen your mind. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of marine nutrition for seniors. Stay curious, stay nourished, and until the next episode, may your plates be vibrant and your health be everlasting.